I become like thoroughly convinced, man, what happens. This is why one of the main reasons or one line of reasons why people get into these abusive relationships is because you've always known that. You've always known hurt. You've always known pain. You've always known for somebody to mistreat you or dog you or to belittle you, degrade you. And so at what point do you flip it? At what point do you say, okay, it's not working, you know? I no longer want to know pain, to live pain, to see pain, to hear pain. At what point do you say, okay, I'm bigger than that. I'm bigger than the past. I'm not being defined by the trauma. I'm not being defined by the pain. I'm not being defined by the hurt. I'm not being defined by the domestic abuse. I'm not being defined by upbringing that didn't serve me, that failed me. I'm not being defined by my mistakes. I'm not being defined by all of those negative and bad things, the trauma. And so at what point do you say, okay, today I make the conscious decision to live that life that gives me joy, that gives me peace, that gives me happiness, that gives me love, that gives me prosperity, that gives me abundance. I made the conscious choice today to be happy. I made the conscious choice to have freedom. I made the conscious choice, a decision of independence to serve me, to make me happy, to please me, that brings joy to me, that brings hope to me, that brings prosperity to me. So I make that conscious choice that hurt, that pain, that despair, that lack filled life no longer defines me. I make that conscious choice that I will live the life that I was placed here full of purpose. I made that conscious choice to live that life that only I can live. With me being the leading star, the leading actor, I made that conscious choice to live my truth, to live my purpose. I made that conscious choice to step away from that insanity and that chaos and that vicious cycle of trauma. I made that conscious choice to be free, to have freedom, to know freedom, to embrace freedom. I made that conscious choice to live a life different than my parents lived or my grandparents lived, my friends lived. I made that conscious choice of joy, of peace, of gratitude. I made that conscious choice to allow my spirit to heal. I made that conscious choice to live my truth and to live in my truth and not feel ashamed for it. Not apologize for it. I made that conscious choice to share my voice. I made that conscious choice to express my thoughts. I made that conscious choice to break free from that chaos and that insanity and that madness and that, again, that cycle that has happened generation after generation after generation after generation after generation after generation. That I made that conscious choice that I am not only going to place my faith and my hope in the Most High, but I'm going to believe it like my life depends upon it, because it does. I make that conscious choice to know my worth. I know that conscious choice to live within my own identity. I make that conscious choice to live my truth, to step into my truth. That if it calls for me sacrificing a day, if it calls for me to go without for a few couple of days or several weeks or months, then that's what it takes. But I make that conscious choice to feel joy, not happiness, to feel joy. Joy resides deep within our spirit, deep within our soul. I make that conscious choice to have that home, to have that vehicle, to have the material. I made that conscious choice to have the understanding that we were placed here to have everything our hearts desire, that we can have, that we don't have to wait. that we don't have to wait. And that's one of the lies of the enemy is that somehow we live this miserable life here on earth, and then we fly off to heaven, and then we're supposed to receive all of these great things. We're supposed to receive all of these things that, no, you can have heaven here on earth. So I make that conscious choice to change my perception about life, about truth, I made that conscious choice that man and society would not determine the height or the depth of my success because of my race, because of my sex, my sexual orientation, that I have to be placed within the confines of some box. I made that conscious choice to be free, to know freedom, to embrace my truth. Because that's our God-given, that is our God-given right. God gave it to us, and so I made that conscious choice to live my life to the fullest as we have been placed here to do so. That I make that conscious choice, that we all make that conscious choice to feel and to know joy, to know peace, to know happiness, and to share our gifts. I made that conscious choice to develop and to grow and to build on my gift, my God-given gift, and share that with the world. I made that conscious choice, that conscious decision, with the understanding that I have a choice, with the understanding that I have a voice, with the understanding that I have something worthy to share with the world. I made that conscious choice to go after my dreams and to grab hold of my dreams and to fulfill my dreams. I made that conscious choice. We make that conscious choice to do that. To experience and to have and to hold and to live within our truth, to live within our purpose. And no man, no human being has the right to take that away from you. Can never take that away from you. You have to give up that power. So I make that conscious choice to take my power back. I make that conscious choice to take my voice back, to live in my truth. You must do that.